deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man eye, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. I had enough heart for most of them, long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit.
All right, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Guys.
Yeah, man, we are back. We are back with yet again another edition of Unscripted, bro. This is episode 169, man. So, yeah, how's everybody doing, man? We have oh, bro, we have one of the uh man, we have a bad, and I mean a bad week of AEW Dynamite to talk about here, man. Um, God damn, man, yeah. We'll get into it, obviously, bro. But in the words of Chicago Phil himself, man, I have a lot of things I need to get off my chest because this week, whew,
God awful.
that man, I am legit concerned for AEW. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, after shit like this, after shit like that happens, man, I am legit concerned for AEW because, and it's not even a thing of, uh, you know, I don't, I don't. At least I think. I don't think the company's gonna. I'm not saying the company's gonna up and go out of business and have to close doors. But what I'm saying is the mindset on their show,
Mhm.
I think, is drastically moving in a different direction. I don't know what's clouding it. I feel like I have a pretty good idea what's clouding it. It's money. But I'm not rocking with this, man. I am not rocking with this whatsoever, bro. This I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned, man. They are turning into a Vince McMahon type WWE. And we're going to talk about it,
Mhm.
man. But yeah, we'll get into it and discuss all the points why. I seen everybody freaking out about this AEW, this next upcoming week of AEW's card. A lot of it makes absolutely no sense. I'll wait and see if they turn out a good show. But like I said, when I looked at the pictures of the shit, um, it's classic Tony Khan. Just throw a bunch of cool names on a card, and none of it makes any sense. But the matches sound good, so that'll get people to shut up. But good lord, I mean, you are supposed to learn from mistakes, and every time he's got them, he doesn't fucking learn from them. He does it all over again without even almost like without even noticing it.
No, exactly. It's like he doesn't even know it's a bad thing. He really doesn't.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm concerned. I'm concerned for AEW, man. I'm concerned for AEW. But before we get into all this, dude, I really want to reiterate again that I have been, even Sir K has been, we've been very hard on AEW. But
Mhm.
we want you guys to know, bro, it comes from a good place. It really does. God damn, do I want to see this company succeed. And god damn, is this company so good. But when they do shit like this, and like I said, we're going to get into it, man, especially this episode, absolutely warrants harsh criticism because a lot of these AEW fans, bro, they kind of just go right along with it, man. And there was a point in time where um I and especially Sir K would say all the time, if you have a problem with AEW, voice it because they'll fix it. And I don't know if that's the case anymore. I genuinely don't.
Yeah. I really don't think it is anymore. I think Tony Khan took his ball and he's running with it, man, and he's not fucking stopping for nobody, and he ain't even let people fucking hail him, man. He's just running right past them, and it's really sad to see. And the company is, like you said, it's not like it's gonna up and fucking go bankrupt tomorrow. Not at all. And it's just gonna keep financially growing and growing because I guess at this point, that's all Tony Khan cares about.
It seems like it, dude. It seems like it, and God, this episode of AEW Dynamite infuriated me. But we're gonna talk about AEW Dynamite. We're gonna talk about Monday Night Raw, man. Not really too much SmackDown to talk about, being that we got Crown Jewel. Being that we got Crown Jewel to talk about on Friday. Being that we got Crown Jewel to talk about on Friday, we don't really have much SmackDown, but we have AEW Dynamite, and then we got a pretty interesting week of Monday Night Raw. Another pretty good episode. Paul continues to... Actually, I'll tell you what, bro. With all the news we got on Friday of WWE gunning for all these different type of people, Paul is about to cook, bro. He's trying to cook. Paul is trying to get in the kitchen, bro. And
I hope he succeeds, man, because the last time that man was in the kitchen all by himself with his chefs, man, we had peak, man. It was NXT 2018, golden year. We need it back.
Yes, the golden age for wrestling, at least that I've seen in my time, bro. So when Paul wants to cook, Paul is gonna cook, bro. And this man, for the past year and a half, has been trying to step in that fucking kitchen, and Vince has just been shooing him out and making him go fucking pack out the freezer. But, you know, fucking, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it really seems, bro, like, for the past year and a half, like I said, every time Paul wants to get in that kitchen and cook, Vince is fucking making him go pack out the freezer, bro. Go do some shelf maintenance on the freezer. So, dude, I don't know, but I will say this, dude. If he cooks this time successfully, cooks this time, I'm telling you what, bro, we'll be in for some really good shit. Because if they end up getting the people we're going to talk about on Friday, and a lot of those people I think should go to WWE, a lot of them should, because I know AEW's got the lighter schedule and they got this and that, but again, bro, the way that this stuff looks, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to talk about it, man. We love AEW. We want AEW to succeed, but sometimes you got to be harsh, bro. And this past episode of AEW Dynamite absolutely warrants a harsh criticism from me. And I know you got a lot of stuff you want to talk about it too, man. We've been fucking talking about this privately for like a week, bro. So it's time. It's showtime, bro. But we're other than that, dude, I guess we go ahead and hop right in the intro, not waste any more time before we get on to this lovely episode of AEW Dynamite. But what is going on, everybody? We're back with another edition of the Notorious podcast, another edition of Notorious Unscripted, and this is episode 169 of Unscripted, like I said, man. And if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, the Crown Jewel predictions, and Will Ospreay set to be the face of NXT Europe. We talked about all that great stuff, man. We talked about all that great stuff. We actually have a little bit more news on Will Ospreay for Friday in regards to him and WWE. So if you guys did miss that is episode 186, I believe, of the news. You guys can watch that on all platforms. That's Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here every Friday at 4 p.m. Central with the news, man. Also, if you guys haven't got a chance to pick up some of the beautiful Notorious Heels podcast merchandise. You guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. You have all 8 of these beautiful designs available for you guys on there, plus more. You got the Chicago flag design, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC, the Biggie inspired design, the base logo design, the best kept secret to the IWC, the Riddler inspired design, the Notorious World Order design. That comes in 3 versions: the Chicago flag version, like you see on your screen, classic black and white, and the Wolfpack red. You got that. And then the Grand Slam baseball inspired design, the scratch logo, and the only community that matters. So all 8 of these beautiful designs plus more are available for you guys on the merch shop right now. Again, that is bonfire.com. Link is at the top description of this very video. And also, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, dude?
Going good, man. Going good. Wasn't going good on Wednesday. At about after 9 o'clock, I was just sitting there, just man. But other than that, man, I've been great, man. It was, dude. It was real rough, but I've been great, man. I've been great. Big 2 weeks coming up in the next 2 weeks after this one, man. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And hell yeah, man. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. Anybody in the live chat, man? How's it going? How's life? How's family to you guys? Same with Replay Mafia. How you guys doing? And what about you, man? How are you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. As Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, JT, JB. You guys know who we are. Actually, I got a little. I don't know if he's still here, but I know we got. I know he's not in chat, but I know we got our boy Duran in the house. I think if he's still here. So what is going on, bro? What is going on? Great to have you here finally, man. It's been a long time coming. So if you're still here, bro, and you want to say what's up, hey man, bunch of like-minded wrestling fans that come through the chat, bro. So, but yeah, dude, yeah, but how the hell is everybody doing, man? And yeah, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Yeah, so exciting month of November, bro. Birthday month, Survivor Series month. There he is. There he is.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What is going on, dude? Yeah, bro, but yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Like I said, birthday months, Thanksgiving, Survivor Series, Black Friday, all that good shit. So, pretty busy month, bro. Pretty busy month. Actually, in 1 week time, your boy will be turning an age. So, yes, I will be turning 22. The big 22 in 1 week exactly, bro. Next Monday, man. So that's exciting. That's exciting. Got some cool stuff planned all throughout the weekend. Stuff, bro. So it's gonna be pretty fun, bro. It's going to be pretty fun, man. But yeah, man. But other than that, dude. I'm good, and yeah, nothing too much, bro. Just fucking getting ready for this hectic month, and then still waiting on New Game Plus for Spider-Man 2, which is absolutely tearing me apart, because I once again have nothing to play. But yeah, dude. Also, guys, I'm about to be on a ruthless fucking toy hunt, man. I am about to head out. I'm expecting him sometime this week or next week, but that Walmart exclusive Supreme CM Punk, I know it's hitting stores. It hit California last week, so it usually takes 2 or 3 weeks. But I'm starting to kind of see them pop up in Illinois. So I don't know, man. So I'm about to be on a ruthless toy hunt, bro, looking for this damn Chicago Phil. So that's exciting. But yeah, man. But other than that, dude, nothing too much, bro. Nothing too much. But all right. Let's fucking go. AEW Dynamite, man.
What the fuck?
So the show opens up with an MJF video package. Roddy did his, Max in his wheelchair. He's yelling Max. He tells Max, are you going to team with us? Are you going to team with us? And Max says no, pushes him away, and he tells Bullet Club Gold that he's getting the Triple B back tonight. And he and after his promo, lights go black, and we see the Devil. We see the Devil moving, its face around. It kind of sucks that somebody stole the mask, because now we don't get to see him with the mask. And if the person under the mask is who people think it's going to be, I'm telling you right now, bro, that kind of shit is going to be the shit that's going to get a lot of people to lose faith in AEW. So if you guys don't know, if you guys don't have Twitter, which at this stage of the game I don't recommend, but it's not. You just deal with a bunch of fucking stupidity all day, or you see a bunch of stupidity. But a lot of people are saying that the Devil is Britt Baker. There was a bunch of stuff. The original Devil that we seen is a very feminine figure, very, not really a manly figure. And the AEW did a promo video to a Doja Cat song, and one of the lyrics is like, I'm the devil, or she's the devil, or something. And as soon as that lyric comes on, there's Britt Baker holding the devil horns on her forehead. I'm fucking telling you right now, if it ends up being Britt Baker, these are the kind of mistakes that are going to cost AEW huge in fan trust. It is.
Oh yeah, man, dude. If it is, dude, even if it's MJF and they were just swerving people the whole time, and this is his heel group, I don't want that either, man. The Britt Baker one is really fucking bad. That would be absolutely god awful. Cause why are you beating up a men's faction and you're just like, what? You're leaving? That just would be just totally trash, bro. I'm sorry.
An Adam Cole and Britt Baker led kingdom, and they could be the king and the queen. Oh
yeah, because they won the fucking the Queen and King of Heart things.
That
heart...
too. Yeah, and now they have their kingdom. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man.
It sounds trash, dog. I mean, it's either gonna be her or Adam Cole. And I'm sorry, Twitter. I hate to break it to you. It's not CM Punk. Just because you hear some music and a fucking shot of what looks like a skyline for a millisecond, it's not CM Punk.
Wait, why were they saying it was Punk?
When one of the, not this one, but the last one, when, he covered the camera and it did it went out. Okay. I guess there was a flash with what looked like, they thought it looked like the Chicago skyline. Kinda, I guess, but it's more just general static to me. If it happens, would I actually go nuts? But at the same time, I would also think firing him would have been completely pointless. But I would go insane. I would go fucking insane. I would. But it's not CM Punk. I hate to break it to you, to all your Twitter hopes and dreams. It's not CM Punk. It's not. It has to be Adam Cole. Please let it be Adam Cole. It only makes sense, man. Especially since they kind of took a back seat with the whole, guy in the devil mask stuff. For the most part, he's kind of just randomly popping up in these little couple-second vignettes. If Adam Cole really is going to be out for a little while, I could just see them doing that for a while. Randomly have the devil mask guy appear, do something, and just keep teasing it until Adam Cole comes back.
Yeah, I really don't think this is CM Punk. I mean, in a perfect world, Could this be CM Punk? Sure, in a perfect world. They have a great feud. They have one of AEW's best feuds. In a perfect world, oh, absolutely, this could be CM Punk. We're not a perfect world. He got fired, and he's
going to
not.
WWE.
Yeah, and he's probably going to WWE. Especially now that we're starting to hear from Punk's lion-ass camp again. That's right, they pop back up. Maybe they're the devil. Maybe it's Punk's camp under the fucking mask. These lion-ass motherfuckers, bro. Literally, Punk's camp doesn't understand why he would go to WWE. Punk's camp says there is no meeting. Yes, Punk's camp also said that the Elite knocked his dog's tooth out. That they've said a lot of things. I don't know who Punk's camp is. I don't know if Punk's camp is Larry. I don't know who exactly is in Punk's camp, but these people are some lion-ass motherfuckers, man, I can tell you.
Oh, dude, those people are like generational liars, man. Like, holy shit, man, dog. They lied, like you said, about fucking the Elite fucking knocking Larry's tooth out. They apparently, the Elite also, according to Punk's camp, lunged at Ace Steel's wife.
Yeah.
They were just shit up like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Ace went nuts because they thought the Elite were gonna fucking in there to fucking hurt his wife.
Like,
what?
Dog. What? Dude, they were the ultimate fucking liars, man. So you don't think they're lying now?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But yeah, I don't know, man. It should be Adam Cole. It should be Adam Cole. But I'll tell you, bro, man, they're gonna lose a lot of fan trust if it ends up being somebody like Britt Baker. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that is not a good situation if it's anybody except for Adam Cole. Or, like I said, I mean, I would take CM Punk, but I just don't think CM Punk is, going to be involved in AEW at all. I understand, these Punk fans want to believe it so badly. They want to believe it so badly. But it's just not. It's just not going to happen. And again, if he does come back in the company, it's not going to be for a very long time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's that. But anyways, the opener. What do you know? We're right back to square one. The All-Atlantic International Championship, whatever the hell it's called. Orange Cassidy versus Claudio. We're doing this again, huh?
Just right back at it, right doing the same old slop that made his reign boring for the most part in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, we're back to Orange Cassidy putting on bangers, as they say.
Unquote.
Yeah, quote-unquote bangers. Like, and every week this guy was putting on a banger according to some fans, and I don't remember half of his matches from his first All-Atlantic Championship reign. I remember the one that we seen live with Moxley, because it was a really good match, and it was my favorite Orange Cassidy moment out of the whole entire title reign, when he was finally broken in half, and Jon Moxley backed him up. That was my favorite moment. So here we are again, and I will say, the storyline with Jon Moxley, I'm very intrigued in. I'm intrigued in their second match. I'm intrigued in Orange Cassidy just having this fucking disdain for Jon Moxley, and like a couple weeks ago, he fucking walked right past him, and he walked right up to him and gave him a hard-ass shoulder fucking bump. Like, I love it. I love his disdain for Jon Moxley, but, again, these All-Atlantic Championship matches, I just don't, I still, to this day, don't have it in me to care for them. I just don't. So he beats Claudio. He beats Claudio with a roll-up. And that was the ending to this match. Like Logan says, a classic Orange Cassidy ending. And then Jon Moxley comes out afterwards, and he beats the shit out of Orange Cassidy, and that was that, man. As Claudio just looked on, and that was that. That was that, bro. That was that. So,
You just they got a little potential in that, man, but with Tony Khan, he probably won't fucking engage in it, and it'll probably just be the same boring Cassidy reign that we got in the first place.
absolutely, Logan. That's a very great point. And the reason I wanted to highlight that point is because it's about the little things in professional wrestling, and AEW in 2020 would have absolutely aced that. So Logan's point is, the story about this second title reign is that he's obsessed with the title, and he actually realized how much he cared about it, but he still carries it around in a backpack. How much cooler would it be if he actually put it around his waist and couldn't take his eyes off of it? Almost like Ciampa with Goldie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or he was holding it. Yeah, he was holding it on his shoulder, and he couldn't take his eyes off of it. How much cool would it add to the aesthetic and the look of Orange Cassidy, and play to the story of his second championship reign? But no, they're still having him carry it around in a backpack. That's the beauty in it. You know what I mean? Like the first time, Orange Cassidy's, the excuse they gave was he's lazy, right? So that's why he carries it around in a backpack. How much would it tell, and how beautiful of a just little small thing would it be if even Orange Cassidy, who's lazy and needs to carry his shit around in a backpack, took it out of the backpack and actually didn't want to be lazy for a minute? Even though, if you were so lazy, why don't you just wear the belt? I mean, you take the time to put it in a backpack.
Well, exactly. That seems like way more work anyway. If anything, if you're lazy, just like slop it around your shoulder or something.
I don't know. Doesn't make any sense, but exactly. That's a great point. So now we have MJF in the back. He goes to Kenny Omega's locker room because he's looking for a tag partner. He knocks on the door, and the door opens, and it's Chris Jericho. And Jericho opens it. He smiles at MJF. And I think Kenny had a match later in the night, as it is anyway. So I don't even know why he would attempt to go to Omega, but anyways, so he opens the door. Chris Jericho opens the door. He smiles in his face, and he slams the door. MJF goes to walk down the hallway, and Wardlow runs up on him, grabs him by the throat, and puts him up against the wall. And he says absolutely some of the cringiest fucking dialogue I've ever heard in my entire life. See, and this is where it's messed up, because last week we praised Wardlow's video package. His video package in Philadelphia was great. He has MJF up against the wall, and he says, "You took everything from me, and now I'm going to take everything from you." And then he fucking leans in his ear and whispers, "When you least expect it." Dude, you've been calling him out for fucking a month. What do you mean when you least expect it?
Alright, fucking Shinsuke. You're just gonna randomly want a match against him? No! He's fucking... That man is suffering right now. He's confused. He's lost. His best friend is out, not at the show. He's gotta deal with all these multiple people coming at him. This is the perfect time to go after him, you idiot. They're making him look like an idiot. Again. Again. For like the fourth time in his career, they're making him look like a fucking idiot.
Oh, man.
Fuck, dude. Ugh.
what do you mean when you least expect it? He knows you're on his radar. You've been calling him out for like a month and a half. What do you mean when you least expect it? And this is the kind of... Did this really have to be put in the segment? No, it didn't. Because in about 20 seconds, we're going to forget that this ever happened. Because he lets MJF go. MJF throws the clipboard on the ground. He breaks it. He picks up his clipboard. He goes to walk away. And around the corner is the Acclaimed. And Max Caster asks him to scissor him. And he says, team with us, man. Team with us. MJF walks away. And that was that. So the segment had Wardlow right in the middle of it to give you enough time at the end to forget that it ever happened. Not only because it didn't need to be in the segment, but you have him say some of the stupidest dialogue I've ever heard in that type of situation ever. I'm going to take it away from you when you least expect it. Like you haven't been calling this guy out for a month. And now that you said that, now he knows to expect it. Are you stupid?
Exactly. Like, what if someone else takes it from him first, you dumbass? You're shut up. Look. What if dude? You know how many people are fucking gunning for this man right now? Fucking 7 people want this motherfucker dead. You're number 8. You have an 1/8 of a chance of being the one to beat him, and you have the most personal grudge against him. Why aren't you up in center trying to fucking be at Tony Khan's door, trying to fucking demand matches to get to that spot? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense, bro. So now we get the trios match. We get the trios match for the ROH 6-man championships. The Hung Bucks versus the Mogul Embassy. Is it just me, or does it just feel like a lot of the elite members, not really Hangman so much because he is at least in a feud, but God, does it just feel like they just needed that Punk feud to fucking move forward, bro?
Everything with him feels so stagnant right now, dude. It really does.
Yeah. It had absolutely nothing to do with Kenny Omega to the point where you're teaming him with Chris Jericho. And oh boy, wait till we get to who they found as their backup. But and the Bucks, my God, you got and again, this comes from a great place, dude. You guys know I've said it for years upon years. The Young Bucks are my favorite tag team of all time. I think they're the greatest tag team of all time. But it just feels so damn stagnant with them, dude. Like they're starting some sort of breakup storyline. They started on this episode, but these guys just got back together less than a year ago.
They haven't done anything really together yet. They are Tony Khan the story and just taking forever and slowly building all their trust up, and now it's just gonna end just randomly for no reason.
Yeah, so Hangman gets distracted midway through the match. Swerve and Prince Nana come out. Swerve says, "Whose house?" And the crowd chants back, "Swerve's house." And then Swerve says, "Actually, no, last week, Hangman, I was in your house." Hangman, runs into the backstage area, leaves the Bucks out there with the Mogul Embassy, and they end up picking up the victory and winning back the 6-man championships. I couldn't really care. You put them on the Hung Bucks for I don't know what reason.
First of
Yeah.
all, why are we still seeing these titles anyway? Why are they a part of AEW television when you have your own trios titles
Yeah.
that aren't in any storylines
No,
that
you're
are
not doing
trio
anything with
related?
them.
No, yeah, exactly.
They're props. They're scissor belts. They're something that AEW can use to try to get their fans to pay $15,000 if you want all three of them. $5,000 a belt. That's
Oh
just
my
fucking
god, you only
wonderful.
get one when you get that shit.
Oh yeah, that's for one title.
$15,000 to have a set of pink trios titles. What
Yep.
a fucking scam.
Yeah.
God, what's this company become?
Yep. Yeah. 5,000 for one title. So if you want if you want a set of acclaimed trios championships, $15K. Holy
By a
fuck!
fucking far.
I could probably go to fucking WrestleMania with that. Get front row seats to WrestleMania with that money. The hell?
Literally. Who the hell's buying this trash? The fuck?
Uh, um, the rated R superstar Adam Copeland comes out on this day. He sees tarps. He doesn't walk over to the left or his right side of the screen or of the stage for a reason. There's no one over there. So Edge goes out there. He talks about how he's thought a lot about the whole Sting and Christian situation and how he doesn't want to hit Christian. He talks about how him and Sting go way back and he doesn't want to ruin that. They have a similar type of neck injury. They had a similar type of career-ending injury. So he doesn't want to ruin his relationship with Sting. And the GOAT, Christian Cage, comes out with his children, with his sons. The father comes out. He goes out there and he starts talking about Adam Copeland. He talks about how he talks about his neck, and he tells Adam he's going to snap his neck.
Snap mine.
Golly. Yeah. I wanted to snap my fucking neck while I was watching this fucking show. So except for this part, man, because it's always beautiful hearing Christian Cage speak on the mic. So yeah, man. Christian Cage then tells Adam Copeland that they're gonna give him a preview. They go in the ring. All three of them go in the ring, and brawl breaks out. Darby and Sting come out there as Christian is beating up on Darby in the corner. He turns around to a spear from Edge. So Edge will hit Christian Cage. He gets on the mic and he says, "You want to snap my neck? That's it. I'm gonna beat your punk ass." He tells Sting and Darby, "If you guys need a partner for Full Gear, I'm your guy." He shakes their hand, and that's that, man. So Sting's talking worked, and I'm glad that I'm glad they're doing it, bro. So we're gonna get to see Christian Cage and his children versus Edge, Sting, and Darby, man. So it's gonna be pretty cool, bro. It's gonna be pretty cool, and I'm excited for it, man.
Hell yeah, that's one of the positives of AEW recently, man. One of the only ones. And I can't wait for it to continue, man. I really can't. It's been really fun. Probably ain't been too fun for Edge having to see that one side of the arena, but still, I think he's still having fun nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Also, the next part of the show, bro. Tony Khan's major announcement. I genuinely forgot that this happened.
Oh no, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it so I could laugh at it because I knew it was gonna be something fucking stupid.
Tony Khan's major announcement. See, I haven't got hyped for these since. Fuck. Man, maybe the ROH one, early 2022. I was hyped for that announcement because I thought that it was going to be a streaming service, and it ended up being ROH, and I was happy with it at first because I thought they were going to use it properly, but then it just turned into AEW Dark, so we all know where that went. But
AEW Dark with titles that we need nothing that we have to see.
yeah, it absolutely should have been a streaming service. It absolutely should have been a streaming service, Logan. Then, but it ended up being ROH, and yeah, man. So that is that was that, man, and that was the last Tony Khan excitement or announcement that I got a little bit excited for. However, this announcement, motherfucker, do not ever come on my television screen ever again and announce some shit like this ever again.
My thing is, you can do that. Just don't tweet about it the fucking hours before hyping this important announcement up. Just randomly, in the middle of the show, go up there, do a little backstage thing where you're talking, and just announce something. Just say something. Just, hey, by the way, guys, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. That is fine. Why are you fucking hyping this shit up like you're about to announce some crazy shit every week, and you never do? It's never great, crazy shit. It's shit that you could just have Tony Schiavone go out there and say. It's shit you could just have the commentary mention. So, let me get this straight, Tony Khan. The tickets that we already knew for a show that we already knew was announced, and we already knew that the tickets were going to drop, that you're dropping really early, which is a positive and negative for some people. But that's the important announcement. But a whole new original pay-per-view at the end of the year is just something you just casually announce on commentary. Why didn't that get it? That's not an important announcement, Tony Khan.
They haven't played a video package for World's End. Nope. They haven't done a solo commercial on World's End. But you want to come on my television and announce some shit like this and make a big deal out of it. Do not ever hype anybody up for a big announcement ever again if it's some shit like this. Dude,
exactly, dude.
You couldn't have had the announcers casually bring that up like they do, like they like to do all the other pay-per-views. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, All Out tickets go on sale tomorrow morning. Motherfucker, the pay-per-view's in a month. What do you mean they go on sale tomorrow morning? A month before the pay-per-view, you want to do it for All Out. Which it's nice that you're actually, which lets me know which show is your WrestleMania. It's All In, because you're putting in tickets. You're putting in ticket sales 9 months or whatever in advance, or however, probably like 10 months in advance. Cool, whatever. You cannot tell me you couldn't have just mentioned that on commentary like you do for all your other pay-per-views that actually did matter at the time.
Like, and one thing, because that's the thing that's been killing me about AEW, man. They're being money hungry. They're WWEifying themselves. I don't care what the AEW fucking tribalists say. They're slowly turning into makeshift WWE. But the thing is, why are you trying to do the same thing as them when they fucking kill you in what they do that you're trying to do? Guess what? They don't just announce pay-per-views. They give a whole little video package of the next pay-per-view during the pay-per-view you're watching.
Yeah.
You're watching fucking Fastlane? Guess what? You're getting the Survivor Series ad, or whichever one. Yeah. Or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The next one, you get the ad for it. You're watching Royal Rumble. You're not only getting Mania ones. You start getting Mania ones at like the start of the year. Second that fucking January hits, the road to WrestleMania. You get that shit. Royal Rumble, you get Elimination Chamber ads. It's easy, but it's not that hard to do.
It's not.
It's like, and another thing about AEW, there's a random piece of news. I think it was someone like, oh yeah, it was like Justin Roberts is doing more than, doing a lot of stuff backstage and whatnot. Like, dude, I get you have people that like to do more than their job entails. That's great. But that shouldn't be how you run your company, where someone has to go out of their way to do an obvious job that you have to obviously hire someone to do. You shouldn't have people that basically has to step up and go do that job. That's one of the biggest backstage negatives of AEW. They aren't properly organized. Tony Khan is not a good organization and good fucking manager. He's not. He would be a horrible manager if he managed a retail store.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Dude would be the fucking. You wouldn't fucking be there.
No, you
You'd
wouldn't.
have fucking random people in this random department fucking stepping up and running it. Because that's how AEW runs. Well, this thing sucks. In fucking couple months, someone random will be hired and they'll step up and they'll do it. Even though they're on TV and on the road with their families, they also got to do this job because Tony Khan didn't hire someone to do it. Like, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So he said that All In was one of their most successful shows. It was the biggest wrestling show in history, and it was one of the greatest professional wrestling shows ever. Was it?
Was it?
Was it?
Was it? All Out was better. All Out was better. It was a more enjoyable show to watch.
Because,
What I remember.
if it's us AEW OGs want to take a step back, we can go back and let's see. Oh man, Revolution 2020. That ring a bell to anybody?
It was fire.
Interesting. How about Double or Nothing 2019? Okay. How about All Out 2019? Okay. Oh boy, I'm not even. I'll save 2021 for last. How about how about Revolution 2022? The dog collar match, the rise of Wardlow, right? Okay. How about that show? How about let me think, man. How about Double or Nothing 2021? How about Revolution 2021, right? The fucking exploding barbed wire death match, the street fight, Team Taz versus Darby and Sting. Let me think. How about Full Gear 2021? Man, I feel like I'm forgetting one. Which one? Which AEW pay-per-view am I forgetting? Oh, you know what? Man, I can't think of it, Sir K. Do you know which one I'm thinking about?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I would have thought it was the greatest one they ever put on, but
I would have
Tony
thought so
Khan.
too.
I guess the one that made him the most money was the greatest AEW pay-per-view ever. Or no, it can't be, man. I thought it was a certain pay-per-view, but I guess I was wrong. It didn't make enough money for Tony Khan to be the best pay-per-view they've ever put on.
Okay, Sir K, weren't we there that night? I can't remember which one it was. Was it All Out 2021? Was it that one?
Oh man, I think it was.
All In was your best pay-per-view.
All Out 2021. Your greatest event ever. Ever. You put on your peak. That was your peak. All In. That second All In, that fucking random fucking episode of Dynamite card. Get the fuck out of here. That shit was a fucking ego fest. That was fucking mid. That shit compares nothing to any of the pay-per-views in 2021.
No. None of them.
Any of them. It was worse than all of them.
Dude.
It was a fucking dynamite. In a bad word.
Man.
A good word. Bad. That man put on Dynamite better than that pay-per-view. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Dude. All In was the best AEW show. Oh boy. You have lost a step. Tony, weren't you in Gorilla for All Out 2021? I'm talking about the same pay-per-view that fucking had CM Punk make his return to professional wrestling on. I'm talking about the same fucking pay-per-view where Miro, the Redeemer, was hot as fuck and defended the TNT title against Eddie Kingston. I'm talking about the steel cage match with the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks. I'm talking about the debut of Ruby Soho, Adam Cole, and Bryan Danielson in that one night.
And two of them were in the last minutes of the show. Back to fucking back debuts, man. That shit was heat. Now, there was babyface Christian Cage and Kenny Omega.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. That was the one part I was trying to leave out.
Big Show did something at the fucking show. I forgot. Speaking of him, look, the worst part.
Paul White and QT Marshall. That's what it was.
That's what it was. That's what it was. The worst part about their best pay-per-view is one of the worst parts about one of their worst dynamites ever. Ain't that a coincidence, man? But that was your literal peak. You had all the energy, you had all the star power, you had all the potential, and cut to 2 years later, dog. What in the fuck has happened?
Oh.
How do you flop that?
Seriously. Not to mention, one of the better AEW Women's World Championship matches of all time, Britt Baker versus Kris Statlander. That was a pretty fucking good match.
Yeah, shit was great. That was a great-ass match. I actually remember that it happened. Can't say a lot for their women's matches. Because, Tony Khan ain't a big women's wrestling guy.
No, he's not. Not at all. All In the Ego Fest. This show should be called All Ego. And I'm not talking about Ethan Page. Bro, All In was a show of a bunch of fucking random matches. A bunch of random matches that nobody cared to see. I'm sorry, but CM Punk versus Samoa Joe could have been saved for All Out. FTR and the Bucks could have been saved for, I don't fucking know, Full Gear in the Bucks' hometown. Kenny Omega. Did he really have to be in a 6-man match? Did he really? Come on, bro.
It's so disappointing.
For as good as everybody wanted to say this show was, it had good in-ring quality. Sure, which makes it a good AEW pay-per-view. But what does this pay-per-view not have that all of the ones in 2019, 2021, and a little bit of 2022 have in it? You were able to sink your teeth into those shows. The show went off air with your jaw on the floor.
Exactly. You were marking out. You were excited. You couldn't wait for the fucking next Dynamite. You were going crazy. You had to check Twitter to see people's reactions. Now, when these fucking shows end, I'm fucking just dead. Scrolling on Twitter to see the bad reactions and everything. Mainly with Dynamites. Fucking hell! What has happened? What did Cody mention that was lost? The
spirit.
The spirit. That's what it was. It lost its spirit.
The spirit.
Exactly. It lost the spirit of AEW, man. In 2021, still had that spirit, man. That shit was peak spirit. And slowly, that spirit sputtered away. And now it's fucking damn near completely gone.
At the end of AEW pay-per-views in those years, me and Sir K are standing up. We have our jaw on the floor. Nowadays, you see me sitting there a little bit something like this.
Oh, yeah.
probably something like that is what you're going to see at the end of an AEW pay-per-view nowadays for me.
Exactly. Same. Definitely, man. Like, as if I watch it.
This was your big announcement. Holy fuck. So, after this, we have Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega versus Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic. So, they walked out on Chris Jericho, and now they hate his guts, I guess. Way to make them feel like nobodies after leaving the JAS. That was really smart. Really nice going.
It
Nice
sucks so
going.
much to see how they fucking brought those two in, man. And it was so promising they were going to use them. They were so excited to be there. And they did nothing as a tag team, dude. And when they came in, I hated them. Me and you hated them.
Me too.
And they fucking grew on me so much where I wish they go back to WWE and they get pushed to the moon. Because that's what I want to fucking see with them. I would love for them to get pushed to the moon with AEW.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fucking happen.
No.
It's not. Fucking leave and go to a place where you're gonna get pushed like a moon.
Oh.
You showed your value. You're great. Triple H sees that.
Nowadays, if you're not a big name, or if you're not a name that Tony Khan sees anything in, he does not give a flying fuck about building you. Not at all.
No.
You have to
Doesn't
come
give
in
a
established.
shit.
And even that's not a guarantee sometimes.
No, exactly. It's not that because he'll like you. He's gotta be friends with you. He's gotta connect with you on a personal level for you to get pushed, man.
Yep.
Just like one man that we knew that ran a wrestling company, ran into the ground.
Yep. That's exactly who that sounds like. And after our story that we talked about on Friday, it seems like that's kind of the general consensus amongst the community. And maybe even amongst some of the wrestlers. That's the same way we used to talk about WWE back just a couple short years ago.
Very short years ago, man. Like, damn near a year ago.
Damn near 2 years ago. Yep.
2 years ago, man. 2 fucking years ago. And look how much the world has flipped in these 2 goddamn years.
Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega are standing in the ring. Don Callis comes out with Hobbs, Kyle Fletcher, and Takeshita. And Kenny Omega announces that his partner is going to be Kota Ibushi to help against the Don Callis family, because Don said, you guys are still outnumbered, in other words, you guys are going to need a fourth. And, oh, man. He hands the mic to Chris Jericho, and he says, well, my friend is a lot bigger than Powerhouse Hobbs, because Hobbs is not a giant. And out comes Paul White, the fucking Big Show.
Like, dude, what? And first of all, we all saw the way that man was standing there. That man looked like a fucking walker from The Walking Dead, just fucking standing there.
It's okay, Roach.
The man was bro, that man was just staring at that camera like he didn't know where the fuck he was, bro. What the fuck was I? I didn't know where I was either. It was like me and him were staring at each other's souls, not knowing what life is at this point. What the fuck was that?
Okay. First of all, before we talk about any of this, I thought Kyle Fletcher, hated the Don Callis family now.
Yeah, fuck. He hated him, and and the whole thing last week was he was going to win that match to prove that he could beat him on his own, that he doesn't need them, and he's just with them again. What?
The fuck? So, Big Show comes out, and again, I'm sorry, dude. I don't want to make fun of this man. I know people. I know. I know these people. I know these people that are really tall, bro, and big like that, dude. I know when they get older, they got problems with their legs and shit. If this motherfucker cannot walk, do not put him out there.
It's simple. It really is.
It really is, dude. It really is. And the worst part was, you got fucking Will Hobbs and Takeshita walking away, holding their hands up like they don't want no smoke. Like you can't just take out that right leg and you'll be fine. I mean,
Dude, one drop kick to the fucking back of his legs, toast, fucking toast, crumbles like a fucking graham cracker. She's like, come on, dude.
dude, are you fucking serious? Seen a lot of people saying this. It's very true. You have two spots that you need for partners. You have the Young Bucks in your locker room. And you go with Kota Ibushi. I'm not going to throw any shade at Kota. Kota's a great pick. The other pick, the fourth man, is Paul White. Are you fucking serious, dude?
If you had to choose an older fucking wrestler, you have Mark Henry. He would have been perfect for this. If you just had, for Tony Khan just had to get an old guy to do this. His obsession with old guys is fucking elapsed in recent AEW. You have Mark Henry, dog. Obviously, he doesn't want to fucking be there. You heard how he was talking about the Punk situation and how much fucking AEW fumbled it. Couldn't have used him. He'd been perfect. I think he could at least still fucking walk and move and I don't know, not just stand there. Like, come on, bro. I'm sorry to Paul White if you're ever watching this. I'm sorry you have to go through that, man. That's probably horrible. I'm short, so I could relate at all, man. But why did you agree to this, dog? You should have known what to expect, man. It's like wearing a stupid fucking outfit to school. You gotta know what you're expecting when you walk through that building, and you were expecting people like me to make probably insensitive jokes. So, sorry, Paul White, but you came out there on your own free will, and that is not something you should have done.
No, but it's a legitimate concern, dude. Like, can you even walk? Like, honestly, like, not even trying to be funny. Why are they putting you out there in a fucking wrestling ring with young guys and your leg looks like a fucking cracked in half toothpick? Like
dog.
What the fuck? Dude, bro. Oh my god, bro. Literally, like, again, I don't mean to make fun of the guy, but it's just like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Like,
It's just how it is.
you're putting this guy out there to wrestle. Meanwhile, his right leg looks like a fucking piece of warped lumber. I mean, dude, I mean, come on, bro. Like, it does not make any sense. It does not make any sense to me, dude, why this was okayed. So you mean to tell me we're going to get a team of Jericho, Omega, Ibushi, and Big Show to go up against the Don Callis family? And didn't the Bucks hate Don Callis?
Yeah. What the fuck, like, you got people that hate the guy. You got a lot of people that hate that guy. And
Yeah.
you get Big Show?
Speaking of the Young Bucks, Logan reminded me to mention this. They won a tag team championship match at Wrestle Dream in the beginning of October. So what was that, a month ago? At this point, yeah, we're in the beginning of November. In the beginning of October, they earned a tag team title shot. And where is it? Where is it? Is this another one of Tony's genius fucking plans to announce it the week before the pay-per-view? So we can get a build with the Bucks, Ricky Starks, and Big Bill a week before the pay-per-view? Nice going. Nice fucking going.
God.
Is that not the most WWE shit ever? For somebody to win something and they don't even fucking mention it.
Until they fucking randomly fucking, oh yeah, we did do that, my bad. Let's, like, dog, at least fucking Vince McMahon had the old age excuse and the senile excuse. Dog, you're fucking, what, 35, 37? The fuck? Yeah, I know you fucking snort cocaine like it's water, but your mind can't be that fried already. I hope not.
And we're never going to a media scrub. That's okay.
Hey, you know, WWE one. I can ask about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, they're going to be high-fiving us and shit like we're fucking Ariel Helwani. Oh, bro.
Triple H, man, hit me up. Let me know. Let me in that media scrum. I'll ask the exact question you want to ask me, bro. I got you.
That's okay, bro. That's okay. I'd rather not go to a media scrum and tell it how it is.
No, it is what it's like. Come on, TK, bro.
Oh, man. So Jericho and Omega are in the back afterwards, and Renee's asking him about the situation, and the Young Bucks are sitting in the back, and they go up to Kenny Omega, and they said, hey, thanks for inviting this guy into our locker room. We never forgot what he did to our dad a couple of years ago, but I'm glad you did. They mentioned how, you know, they had a choice of two partners and they had them sitting right in their locker room, and they wished them the best and they walked out.
Why?
So we're starting. I don't know where this is going. I hope we get a Young Bucks fucking tag team match where they can win the tag titles at Full Gear instead of them versus like Jericho and Omega. Because who the fuck wants to see that? I mean, geez, you guys were complaining about FTR versus the Bucks. Personally, I didn't really give a fuck. Oh, it's too close together. Well, congratulations, guys. Now we might be getting Young Bucks versus Jericho and Omega. Good going.
What? That sounds trash, dog.
That sounds fucking abysmal.
Already. The Bucks were just heel. Just heel.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. So the next match is Willow versus Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida wins, and then Toni Storm comes out afterwards to taunt her in her proclamation for gold, or whatever she's calling it. Yeah, so Toni Storm's just doing her thing, bro. She's doing a great job. She's also one of the better parts of AEW Dynamite. Yeah, she's doing good, bro. She's doing good.
Definitely, man. Definitely. She's doing great. She's doing as best she could in the Tony Khan Women's division, and that in itself is an accomplishment.
And Julia Hart comes out there to confront Willow. Then Sky Blue steps in the middle of them, and then she turns her back on Willow, goes to walk towards her, and then turns around and sprays blue mist in Julia Hart's face. Isn't this the same company that didn't understand Broken Brilliance?
No, exactly.
Yet they understand Malachi Black's mystique, which I'm not saying this to throw any shade at Malachi Black's mystique, but wasn't this the same company that was like, oh, we don't like to do stuff like this because our fan base doesn't like it?
They obviously do. They fucking love Malachi. Who doesn't love Malachi Black?
Yeah.
And if anything, you, Tony Khan, make his fucking, gimmick and shtick worse. First of all, his group can't walk, apparently. They could only walk when the lights are off. And,
Yeah,
like...
they might as well put Paul White in the group.
Which is... Get that one. It took me a second, bro. Oh, it's fucking phenomenal. He cut the lights off. He's just in that street fight, cutting the lights off 24/7. He's like fucking. Oh, goddamn. But wasn't this the same guy that didn't at all like the Matt Hardy teleporting segment on Dynamite?
Yep.
But he loves when they do it. It's like what? I remember that. For some reason, he hated that segment.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Fucking Tony Khan.
Roddy was in the back. He went to call Adam, and Adam Cole ended up snapping off on the phone with him. Yeah, that was pretty much that. And then also MJF was in the back, was sitting there, couldn't find any partners, so the Acclaimed offered him one last time. MJF said yes. They asked him to wear what was in the bag, so he said okay. So that was that. Then it's time for the main event. Bullet Club Gold come out. Jay White still fucking running around with man's belt. MJF comes out wearing pink Acclaimed attires. He's wearing the Scissor Me shirt. He's got all pink gear on. So they are in the main event here, like I said, with Bullet Club Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, I swear on my life, I'm not kidding when I tell you the ending of this match. And I just want to reiterate that. Again, I am not kidding when I tell you guys what is about to happen at the end of this match. MJF is taking apart Bullet Club Gold, right? Him and Jay White are the legal guys, but the rest of the group's in the ring. He's giving them kangaroo kicks. This man loses clean. The same guy who just just beat the record for the longest reigning AEW World Champion, loses fucking clean. So we get a storyline all night building up to him getting people to team with him, for him to lose clean and not get the belt back. Tell me that is not some WWE shit. Tell me it isn't.
It is dude, that is some Vince McMahon shit, dog. You built the whole show, the whole episode, around him to accomplish a goal, and he fails at that goal. Like, what? Like, I get failure in general. You want to have some people fail sometimes, alright. Like, that clean? He found people and still lost clean? Found people that actually like him? For some, I say for some reason, storyline purposes. And for kayfabe reason, Acclaim liked the guy. And they wanted to team with him, and he was like, he finally gave in. He was like, alright, I'll team with you. And they lost. Because they pinned MJF. It's like, what? Like, alright, if they pin the Acclaimed, alright, shit happens. He could be more bad at the Acclaim. He could give more reason to be, not liking them. Dog, you lost. And you just don't get your belt back. You make him a big ass loser. That's what you made him. You made him look like a big loser. And not in a good way. Trust me, it's not in a good way.
No. After the match, Jay White goes to hit Max with the belt. He ducks, or he didn't duck. Max Caster pushed him out of the way, took the shot with the belt, and then MJF went over there to go check on him, and Bullet Club Gold ran away with the belt. Again, if Jay White went to WWE, he would not be in a silly-ass version of Bullet Club. He would actually be pretty fucking serious. I would like to believe.
I would what he's saying. I would like to believe that.
Billy Gunn yelled at Max for not wanting to scissor Max after he, took the belt to the face for him. So they all do the scissor spot, and everybody goes home happy, even though the world champion just fucking lost clean.
And wasn't given his championship that he is the rightful champion of. He doesn't have the belt still.
Which is funny.
Just the belt.
Which is funny because the Open to Monday Night Raw explained that Sami Zayn showed up to the show with Damian Priest's briefcase, and they made him give him his briefcase back.
Because that's how a show works. Why does he have... He's not the champion. By that logic, anyone can just steal anything and run around with it.
Yeah.
And be a champion. Just, like, I hate when people steal titles, dude. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Oh, it's so fucking corny, dude, because it's the same thing every time. We get up to the pay-per-view, and that's another reason for them to fuel the champion's anger, and then he just ends up winning it and getting it back. Winning the match, and then he just gets the title right back.
It's like, why? Why do this in the first place? Just give a genuine, fun storyline reason to why he's angry.
That was AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. There's absolutely nothing to talk about for Collision. I don't recall anything of importance happening on Collision. So yeah, that was that. And now it's time for Monday Night Raw.
Hey,
So,
can't believe I'm saying A about Monday Night Raw. What the fuck is happening?
what kind of fucking world are we living in?
What has happened to this timeline, man? What was the canon event that caused this, man? I need to clock back time and look at it.
Seth Rollins opens the show with a promo. He says he wants to thank two people. He wants to thank Drew McIntyre. He wants to thank Drew McIntyre because the whole time he thought he was in bed with the Judgment Day, and the Judgment Day did not interfere with their match at Crown Jewel. He wanted to thank Drew McIntyre for not lying about that, and he wanted to thank Drew McIntyre for making him a little bit better than he was before Saturday. So he thanked Drew McIntyre for being a great challenger. And then he says, I want to, there's one more guy I want to thank, but I want to thank him in person. He says, he calls out Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes out there and he says he wanted to thank Sami Zayn because he was not 100% after the match, and he probably could have taken on Damian Priest, but he was definitely not 100%, so he wanted to thank him for taking away the briefcase. He wanted to thank him for taking away the briefcase. And Seth, Seth told Sammy, where is the briefcase, by the way? He says, let me guess. You walked into the arena with it, and Adam Pearce had you give it back to him to give to Damian Priest. Sammy grabbed the mic and he said, actually, Seth, that's a pretty good guess. That's exactly what happened. Seth said, I know, because right afterwards, I walked into that office and you are due a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. All you got to do is say when. Sammy said he's not too sure because he doesn't want to Sammy says he's not sure because he doesn't want to beat a champion that is compromised. Seth took offense to this. He said, "Come on, Sammy, we go way back." He says he says they go way back. He loves Sammy, but he tells Sami Zayn to cut the crap and let him know when, because Seth says because we as professional wrestlers never are 100%, but that does not ever stop us from giving 100%. So let me know the time. So Sami Zayn says, I couldn't tell you a better place than tonight. So this was the scheduled main event for the show, man. So this was a pretty good open. This was a pretty good open to the show, man. So yeah, so that was the open of the show, setting up for the night's main event.
Oh yeah, man. Great start to the show. Great mention of everything that's been going on, man. And I love the fact that Sami Zayn had to give that fucking thing back, because it's just a phenomenal parallel to the slop that is going on in Tony Khan's bedroom.
Seriously, bro. Drew McIntyre pulls up to the arena, and Jackie's out there waiting for him. She says, Drew, can I get a word? How are you feeling about about what happened at Crown Jewel? He looked at the arena. He looked at her. He got back in the car, and he drove away.
I feel that, bro. I wish I could do that when I pull up to work, bro.
Me too, dude. Me too. And that was the last we seen of Drew McIntyre for the night, man. That was it.
I like that, dude. I like that a lot. I love when they do those like silent reactions where they kind of just go away and just think. I love that shit.
Dude, yeah, it was really good. It was really good, man. So, Damian Priest goes into the Judgment Day locker room and he's screaming at everybody. JD McDonough's sitting there with a Damian Priest shirt on. And they're all sitting there talking about, they were just talking, and then Damian comes in there and he starts yelling about how he got screwed out of his Money in the Bank briefcase shot. And he goes up to JD McDonough, said something to him, and before he could even really get what he had to say off, Damian just starts yelling at him, and then he asks him, did you buy that shirt? And fucking... and then fucking JD was just looking at him like, damn. He didn't even say anything.
They don't even give that man the free merch, bro. That's crazy. But, dude, there is no way that they could be making this man the babyface. Dude is the dick of the Judgment Day. Every week, he's just acting like a prick. Last week, he's fucking mad at them for making a match without him. Talking about, I thought there was no leader. Why didn't you guys talk to me? Because there's no fucking leader. The fuck?
Yeah.
Well, you're not like, dude. Every week he's just the biggest dick, and there's no way they can make that man the baby face.
No, not at all, bro. So he tells Finn Balor they're gonna take care of the New Day, and yeah, that was that. So then now we go to the next match, which was the New Day versus the Judgment Day. This match was pretty good. It was wasn't really too long. It was very good for what it was, though. They had a lot of nice sequences in here. You really got to see Finn Balor and Damian Priest's chemistry start to come into start to really come into flow, man. They had their little finisher sequence where Damian Priest puts his arm back for the South of Heaven, and while his arm's back, Finn slaps his hand, tags himself in. Damian hits the South of Heaven into the coup de grace, so that was real cool. And they ended up beating the Judgment Day, and that was that, man. So that was that, and yeah, it was a pretty good match. Not really too long, or yeah, I guess the reason that this match came to be was because was because the Judgment Day were mad that the New Day dressed up as them last week for Halloween. Okay.
Something, man. All right.
So then the next match, Nakamura defeated Akira Tozawa, which then he was challenged by Otis. So next week we're getting Otis versus Nakamura. Yeah, I guess as Nakamura's on his way to Chicago Phil. So
What a fucking lame start to see a fucking in WWE, dude. Nakamura?
maybe
Nakamura?
maybe Nakamura is somebody that they feel can just take a loss and it's not going to hurt him. Maybe like a quick loss in like a 10-minute match just to get CM Punk back in there. Maybe.
Yeah, his return will probably be more promo than match anyway, but like still,
Yeah.
bro. You have fucking Rusty Phil and then fucking somehow gained Russ from even though he didn't take a break. Nakamura. Like the match itself I'm just fucking
Yeah.
not excited for in
No.
the slightest. And it's kind of a lame start. Okay, like I get what they're doing, and I like how they are not blowing their load with like a true main eventer, and they're just starting it simple. But like Nakamura, like if it was 2018, that would be heat, but
Yeah.
it's not, bro. It's not.
Well, maybe Chicago Phil's going to pull something out of him.
You know him. He pulled a lot of things out of it, but hopefully this time it's not a fight.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe he wants to test how strong is Nakamura's style, right? So that was that. The next match was the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. Adam Pearce did a really nice narration on talking about this match before the match took place. The match itself was okay. It was pretty good. It was Ivar versus Ricochet versus Bronson versus Miz. The match, the ending was weird as fuck. So the ref had no idea what was going on, clearly. So Ivar and Bronson are both on the top rope. Miz and Zesty Rick are laying there. Ivar backflips onto Zesty Rick, and Bronson goes to do the tsunami to Miz, but Miz rolls out of the way. Miz then rolls Bronson Reed up. He grabs both of his legs and he fucking rolls them back towards his head. And while Ivar's pinning Zesty Rick, the ref counts 1, 2, Ricochet kicks out, and 3, Bronson didn't kick out. So the Miz won. Everybody was fucking confused. If Ricochet would have stayed down, if Ricochet would have let the pinfall go, then maybe the ref would have restarted it, or I don't know what would have happened after that if it was a double pin. But either way, I've never seen that before, and it came off pretty weird, to be honest, because it seemed like nobody knew what the fuck was going on. The Miz just started celebrating, and then after like 15 seconds, they hit his music, and then we're like, oh, okay, I guess he won. So yeah, it was kind of weird. It came off pretty weird, to be honest.
Definitely, man. Definitely. A really weird moment and a really weird ending to a match.
Yeah.
Just didn't execute it that well, man. Simple as that.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Nia Jax went back there in the back to talk to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch or Nia Jax said something to Becky Lynch about breaking her face, and Becky Lynch said to her, what happened after you broke my face? I went on to win the main event of WrestleMania, and you went on to get fired.
So,
I wish things would have stayed that way. DIY versus the Creed brothers. Very nice. Very nice. I'm loving the slow arc that Triple H is taking with the Creed brothers, and I think the Creed brothers are fantastic, man. Like I said, You got to nail down a little bit more with their characters, but other than that, dude, these guys are they're onto something special, bro. They're onto something special. Like I said, they remind me of American Alpha, and they got a lot of potential. They got a lot of potential. DIY ends up losing this one because Ludwig Kaiser comes out and he costs DIY the victory against the Creed brothers. The Creed brothers didn't know that he interfered, so they didn't really come off heelish or anything. He kind of just snuck out there and was able to distract DIY. So yeah, that was that. So DIY ended up taking the loss, as it looks like the feud with Imperium is going to continue. So
Interesting, man. Interesting. They're definitely fucking setting up the Miz stuff that was fucking in the news. God damn it.
yeah, yeah.
Hopefully it goes well. I think Triple H can do it well, man, and I'm intrigued to see how it goes, man. I really am.
Well, we're not getting the 6-man at Survivor Series because we're getting Gunther versus Miz.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. The women's battle royal for the women's world title shot. Xia Li comes and knocks out Becky Lynch before the match, as if anybody cares. Another crowd killer. Xia Li killed the crowd again for the second week in a row. Absolutely obliterated them. But Zoe Stark was in the final 3 with Raquel Rodriguez and Shayna Baszler. And Zoe ended up winning the match. Zoe ended up winning the Battle Royal, and she's going to go on to Survivor Series to face Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship, man. So, yeah, that was that, man. Also, to address Logan's comment from the beginning of the stream, dude, I wouldn't do a women's War Games. There's absolutely nothing you can do. Literally nothing you can do. Unless you do some sort of, like, damage control, Bailey with, I'm hearing Triple H wants to do a faction with Asuka, Io, and Kyrie. So maybe you throw Bailey in there because she's got the inclusion with, Io and damage control. But yeah, I don't know.
I really don't know. I think they always, they have to essentially spin some women's match together, man, but it doesn't warrant it at all. Nothing in that division right now warrants it.
No, absolutely not. Not at all. Yeah, man, and then for the main event, we had a banger ass main event with Sami Zayn and Seth freaking Rollins. These guys had 20 minutes in the main event, man, and it came off really good, bro. It came off really, really good. It was a really, really good main event. I liked it a lot. Classic Sami Zayn, classic Seth Rollins, bro. Sami Zayn proving that he is a world heavyweight champion level superstar, bro, which he is. And he mentioned that one day that title will be his. So I hope, bro. I hope, because I would love to see it, man. And I like him. I like him going back into the singles division, bro. So him and Seth put on a really good World Heavyweight Championship match. Triple H, one of the things we heard about Triple H when he got back control, when he was knighted by Endeavor to run creative, Triple H was, it was being reported that Triple H really wanted to nail down that Monday Night Raw had some of the best in-ring action in the world, and ever since then, there's been a lot of good in-ring quality on Monday Night Raw. There's been a lot of great in-ring quality, and to our point on Friday, Vince McMahon was at Crown Jewel, dude, but they still let Paul cook.
Exactly, which is a great sign to see, man, and I think great sign for the future. So yeah, pretty good. Did you hear the CM Punk references of the week?
Wasn't it more Nakamura stuff?
No, it was actually I forgot the other one. The other one was like Sammy and Seth related. Something they said. I either commentary or Seth said something to Sammy about looking in his eyes. Um, but commentary, Wade Barrett gave a fucking over obvious ass one during the Miz match. He said, "That fire is burning inside the Miz." Dog. You know, you guys can calm down a little bit. It's kind of been annoying me a little bit. Just mention it. You can make your little jokes, maybe once a week, dog, but just try to be as silent as you can on the CM Punk stuff.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, Survivor Series is already sold out. People are already making it up that they're expecting him, so you really don't got anything to tease.
No, exactly. So like, just let it build. This is one thing where you can let it cook itself, man. You really can.
You
But
know, man,
mhm.
really makes me think. Another thing about AEW's fire, bro. Goddamn, the first dance. Man.
Greatest fucking live memory I have, dude. Of live being on a live show, man. That shit. Oh,
Man.
that shit was insane. What has happened? I missed that fire.
Yeah, that fire burned that night, and now the fire has fucking been
Now
extinguished.
there's a new type of fire in AEW,
Yeah,
but
fucking
it ain't
dumpster
good.
fire.
Exactly. Fucking the CM Punk leaving with that pink slip in his hand. He fucking threw a match in the fucking dumpster.
Damn,
Cause man, that shit has been on fire.
it really has. Um, yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But anyways, man. So Sami Zayn rolls up Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins reverses it into a roll up of his own, and Seth just barely survives Sami Zayn as Sami just had the most defeated look on his face, and he was so hurt after he lost this match, man. He was looking around in absolute disbelief about it. So Sami gets up. Seth extends his hand. Sami extends his. He shakes it. He shakes his hand, and then he goes to walk away. The Judgment Day come out, and they start beating the shit out of Sami Zayn. Seth then does a suicide dive, tries to stop it, and then the whole Judgment Day, just the numbers game, takes takes control of that. Main event, Jey Uso comes out, starts attacking. Cody Rhodes comes out, starts to help. Adam Pearce then runs out there, and he says, "You know what? You four want to play games. You four want to play games. We can play games, and we are going to play games in Chicago in War Games." So that was the War Games announcement, and we're getting War Games where we're getting the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Dominic, J.D. McDonough, and Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn.
Interesting, man. Real interesting.
Yeah, very interesting,
Digging
bro.
it.
So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited for it, bro. I'm very excited for it. Yeah, we'll be there to see it, dude. So it's gonna be pretty heat, man. I'm excited.
Definitely, God damn it. Definitely, man. I really can't wait. I'm so glad they confirmed more games, man, and I can't wait to see that live, man. I really can't. But did you see that god awful poster that they dropped for War Games?
You talking about the one with Cody with the paint all over his face? I did. That shit
Yeah,
was hilarious, bro.
they
That
they found a way to put that man in face paint. Fucking legendary. Triple H is the GOAT.
Let Paul cook, bro. He's gonna cook.
He found a way to get Cody in face paint. Fucking Booker of the Year. Right there, man. We all know Tony Khan ain't win that. But yeah, man, definitely a great week for WWE, man, with Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, man. Really, another really good episode, bro. A lot of good in ring quality. A lot of progressions and storylines and stuff, man. So, yeah, we're on our way to the Survivor Series build, and I am pumped for it, man. I'm pumped for it. I'm pretty excited. yeah, so that's that, man. That's pretty much everything, man. That was the awful week of AEW Dynamite, and then the week of Monday Night Raw and WWE, man. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit of Crown Jewel this Friday, with the Crown Jewel recap in the at the top of Friday's episode. We're gonna talk about that. It was a pretty enjoyable show for the most part. But yeah, man, so that is everything, man. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Another great edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. And yeah, so with that, this has been episode 169 of Unscripted. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. Again, this has been episode 169 of Unscripted. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on Friday with the Crown Jewel recap and the news. We'll see you guys then.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't tempt me. You don't want the fuck
Here I am, I'll be damned if this ain't some shit. Time to spread the butter lyrics over harmony grip. It's the mood killer death trap. Yes, I'm a jet black ninja. Coming where you rest at, surrender. Step inside the ring, use the #1 contender. Looking cold booty like your pussy in December. Nigga, stop bitching, button up your lippin'. From method, all you gettin' is a can of ass whipping. Hey, I'll be kicking you, son. You doing all the yapping.